Have you ever noticed how we tell ourselves, let me just get everything else done first, and then I'll focus on what God put on my heart? I used to think that it was just me. I used to think that I was just being responsible. I was just trying to take care of the house, take care of the kids, handle work, keep everything together. And then, whatever time is left over, I'll build, I'll create, I'll step into what God has called me to do. But yesterday, something hit me, y'all, and it hit me pretty hard. I realized that I've been living under this lie that I didn't even know I believed. The lie that says, if I just handle everything else first, then I'll finally have time for my calling. I'm starting to realize that that time never comes. Yesterday was a full day. I was cleaning, I was folding clothes, I was sweeping, washing dishes, cooking, straightening up, trying to keep life together as usual. And this whole time, the thought kept coming to me, you are spending all your energy maintaining life and none of it building the life that you feel called to build. And I kept brushing this off, y'all, because everything I was doing needed to be done, right? But by the end of the night, I had absolutely nothing left. I fell asleep on the couch, surrounded by clothes that I was folding. I was too tired to create. I was too tired to think. I was too tired to work on anything that actually fills me up. And that's when it hit me. This is bigger than me. This isn't just about being busy. This is a disruptive pattern. We were raised to believe that being responsible means handling everything first. Take care of the house, take care of everybody else, keep everything running, right? And then maybe if there's anything left, you can focus on your dreams. And I'm starting to realize how deep that belief runs, especially for women, right? Especially for mothers, especially in families where you were taught to hold everything together. It becomes this silent expectation. You get it? You just carry it. You just handle it. You just keep going. And nobody questions it. And the part that nobody talks about is how exhausting that really is. Because you don't complain, you don't say anything, you just keep pushing because you have to, right? You just tell yourself, this is just what we do. This is just a season. Once things calm down, I'll focus on what's on my heart. But life, it never calms down. It just keeps going. And when you stay quiet about how drained you really are, you start living in survival mode. You start feeling isolated, mentally tired, emotionally stretched thin. And on the outside, everything looks fine. But inside, you feel like you're slowly drifting away, further away from the thing you know you're supposed to be building. And so lately, I've been noticing something. More and more people are starting to be honest. People are opening up about this burnout, right? About feeling overwhelmed, about trying to hold everything together, right? And I think that's powerful, especially for women, because look, for so long, the message was just keep pushing, right? Just be strong, just handle it. You had them kids, you handle it. And why are we still afraid to admit when it's too much? Why are we still afraid to say that we're pouring everything into maintenance and leaving nothing for purpose, right? A lot of us were raised with this unspoken rule: keep everything together. Don't let people see you struggle. You handle your business, girl. You protect your image. You protect your family. You are the mom. Keep things looking good from the outside. And in a way, I understand that, right? But sometimes trying to keep everything looking together is the very thing that keeps us from healing, and it keeps us from growing. Look, even in the Bible, you see people who were overwhelmed. David, he cried out to God. He questioned, he wrestled. Job, he wrestled. He didn't understand what was happening to him. Even Jesus in Gethsemane was in deep anguish. So, where do we get this idea that faith means always being strong? Faith does not mean pretending, y'all. Faith does not mean never feeling tired. Faith does not mean ignoring what's really going on inside. And I started thinking about this in a deeper way. Because when we pour everything we have into just surviving the day over and over again, sometimes there's nothing left for the assignment, nothing left for the gift, nothing left for the thing that God has placed in us. And I'm not saying that our responsibilities as moms and as wives don't matter. They do. Family matters, home matters, work, it matters. But I do wonder sometimes how many of us are giving our best energy to everything else and giving our purpose whatever is left over. We live in this culture that praises being busy. Busy looks productive. Busy looks responsible. Busy looks strong. But busy can be draining, y'all. It can be draining. And social media makes it even harder. Everybody looks like they have it all together, like they're managing everything so perfectly. But behind the scenes, y'all, so many people are just trying to keep up, just trying to hold it together, and quietly wondering when they'll finally have time to breathe, when they'll finally have time to build, when they'll finally have time to step into what's in their heart. And I'm not saying this from a place of having it all figured out. No, I'm right in the middle of learning this because I realized something that convicted me. I've been telling myself I'll focus on what I'm called to do when everything else is handled. I'm telling God that. And that day that I'm looking for, it keeps getting pushed further and further away. And I don't want to wake up one day and realize that I spent all my energy just maintaining life and never fully built what was placed inside of me. I've been told before that I share too much, y'all, that I'm being too open. But if being honest helps even one person realize that they're not alone, then I am okay with that. So I just want to ask you something. Have you ever felt like you spend all of your energy handling life, and by the time you finally get a moment, there's nothing left for you? What would it look like for us to be honest about that? Just be honest. Look, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments because I know that I'm not alone, y'all. I know I'm not the only one who's feeling this way. And if this spoke to you and you are trying to figure out how to get out of this survival mode and start living more intentionally like me, I created something that can help us out, y'all. I believe I have. It's called the Purpose Pyramid Blueprint, given to me by God. It's completely free, and it walks us through how to start putting our energy back into what actually matters most, step by step. You can grab it right now using the link in the description below. And as always, I love y'all so much. Until next time, peace.